Hey, my beautiful bitches, it's me, Fiona St. James, and welcome to another episode of Fiona's Coffee Talks. As always, I'd like to start off every day with a fresh, hot, black cup of coffee. Hold the cream! I'd love to. I don't have my favorite coffee mug with me because, truthfully, had it a little while ago. It is, what day is today? Wednesday, September 16th. It's about 1:40 p.m. So we are back where this all started, which is my kitchen. For those of you who have been following me since day one, the first number of videos that I did were sitting right here in my kitchen without the clip mic. So if it was a little echoey, sorry about that. But, you know, since then I've been in the living room, and now I am back in the kitchen for a reason. Because if you look all around me, I have all of this food that I wanted to tell you guys about. So as you all know, or if you don't know, you're going to find out now, but I've been living with HIV for a number of years, and I am a client at GMHC. GMHC, which has been around for decades and decades. Rest in peace, Larry Kramer, who was basically the founder of that organization. And so I've been a client of theirs for a number of years, and they have this food program where every day one can go and get free lunches. Monday through Thursday, and Friday it's dinner. But since the pandemic, they stopped doing that because obviously the building is closed. So what they've been doing instead of that is once a month one can show up and they give you all of this wonderful food. So, and of course, because it's catered towards their clients, which are all living with HIV, it's very healthy food. So they've been doing it for a few months now. I'm hit or miss. I didn't go last month. I did a couple of months ago, and I just got back from my little excursion there. So I wanted to show you guys everything that I got because I think it's actually quite awesome. You know, you definitely have to like cook some of it, which I ain't much of a cook, but I like doing other things in the kitchen, but cooking as well. So, all right. So we're going to start with this section here, which is like basically their produce. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that this is kale, is it? So, I mean, I could saute that, or actually I could even juice it. I have this juice extractor. So I figured with the produce, anything that I don't know what the hell to do with, excuse me, I'm just going to use my juicer. So there's that. Then they also gave me this heavy bag of apples. Apple Country, New York State. Now, I have to admit, 2 months ago when I went, it was all of this amazing produce, like carrots that were still on the roots and radishes. Like this time around, I was like, I mean, when I felt how heavy it was, I was like, wow, there's going to be a lot of great veggies. But it was essentially kale, and then this big old heavy bag of apples, a big old heavy bag of potatoes, which, you know, I'm not really a potato person because, I mean, I don't do a lot of carbs, so I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. 2 tomatoes. So I guess I could cut those up, put them in a salad or in a sandwich. But I don't really eat bread either, so I do the shepherd's code, which I've spoken about before, and that's all like, you know, pretty similar to ketogenics where you don't do a lot of carbs, so I definitely watch my intake of that. And then last but not least, this pumpkin, which is rather interesting because, like, if you look at the color, it's kind of like purpley black, and then there's that little bit of orange there. I honestly have no idea what to do with this. So, like, that's it in terms of the produce, which, like I said, the last time it was like carrots, radishes, purslane, all of these, like the kale, sweet chard, all of these things that, like, I was like, shit, I don't know what to do with any of this, and it was just abundance of it and really quite beautiful. Like, the only thing that's from this that kind of resembles what the old batch was is this here. This other stuff, I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's why the bag was so heavy. I have my 2 Trader Joe's recyclable canvas bags, and you had to see me on the train. I was like, All right, so anyway, now what they did this time, which was different than the other times, is they said that they were adding other produce. So by that, what they meant was a thing of yogurt, butter, big old glob of butter, and then 2 different cheeses. Now the cheese I will eat, so that's kind of cool. New York sharp cheddar cheese. I can't believe I read that without my glasses. And then these cubes of Vermont cheddar chunks. Cheddar cheese is my favorite. So, and then 5 little things of water, and then 3 things of juicy juice, apple juice, and then also fruit punch. Now these have a lot of carbs also. The first thing I look at when I look at a label are the carbohydrates, and I'm always like, shit, so much stuff is loaded with carbs. And I think that's why America has such a problem with obesity, because everything is damn carbs. So that was like, this was all in one bag, this was in a different bag. Now I'm going to have to turn the camera because then I have stuff over here. So bear with me. Ooh. So that you guys can see that. Okay. So now this, what I got here, wait, you can't see me. All right, I'm gonna bend down a little. Big surprise, I know, right? No, wait, that's not gonna work. Here, trial and error, that's what that's called. We're gonna figure that out. Okay, so what's interesting about the stuff here is this is the stuff that like doesn't have to be refrigerated. Hold on. That you could like put on the shelf. The stackable stuff, but a lot of it is stuff that like I won't eat because of the carb count. Like look, these Chef Boyardee's beefaroni, I ended up getting 10 of these, and let's look at the carb count. 28 grams of carbs. Girl, I don't eat that much in any given day, so I don't know. I mean, but save that for a rainy day. Now these fruit cups are great. Mandarin, orange, peaches, pineapple tidbits, mixed fruits. That is great. 6 little boxes of raisins. And then an additional 6 boxes of raisins. I think they messed up because they gave me 2 bags that were like, everything you see here came in 2 different bags. And I think they were just supposed to give me 1 bag. And I think they gave me 2 of these by mistake. And there was 1 other bag that I should have gotten, because I know the last time that I did it, there was much more of a variety. And this time I was like, this isn't much of a variety, because so I think that's what ended up happening. But, beggars can't be choosers. I'm appreciative and grateful that they provide that service, especially in, this day and age. Maybe people aren't working as much, and, they try to cater the food to being healthier. And, any money one can save not spending your own, why not? It's there, honey. I ain't too proud. If it's there, and if I'm eligible for it, and if I can, qualify to have it, why not? Right? It doesn't hurt. So then we had the raisins. Then 4 cans of sweet peas. I'm not a big sweet pea person either, but it's amazing what one will eat. Sweet peas and creamy style golden corn. See, corn isn't my thing either. I mean, who am I, Carol Channing? I mean, come on, corn. But again, you can't be too choosy. And it's this brand, Field Harvest. Sorry. Creamy style golden corn. So 2 things of corn, 4 things of sweet peas. And then this is something that I've never even seen before. Go-Go Squeeze Apple Fruit on the Go. Made from 100% fruit. Oh, okay, so this is apple fruit that I guess you suck it up. Girl, I ain't no stranger to sucking shit, but never apples out of a fucking plastic container. Listen, 16 grams of carbs. Then you look at the fiber, which is 3 grams. You deduct that, so then that's 13 net carbs. But then look, 13 grams of sugars and no protein. So, and they gave me, in 1 bag there was 4, and then another 4. So there's 8 of those. I'm like, girl, how much sucking they think I'ma do? It's a pandemic, for God's sakes. How much sucking can a girl do? Notice I always bring everything back to sex. Who knew? I knew. And if you know me, you knew too. Okay, then last but not least, these Nutri-Grain bars, morning energy with big whole grains. Now, let me tell you about these protein bars. There's one on the market that I've never seen at any store called Nugo Bars, and that my friend Greg, hey Wolfie, told me about this and turned me onto this a number of years ago, probably like 3 years ago, and I get them on Amazon. That stuff is real food. Like, When you look at the like protein and the fiber and the carb count, everything is what it should be. Like you look at this and the sugar also is like really low, but like this thing here, 25 grams of carbs, 2 grams of protein, wow, and 12 grams of sugar. Like how is that even food? How does this constitute as like being healthy? So I ended up getting about 12 of these. But again, you know what? It's all stuff that in a pinch I would eat, or you can always give it away. I have a big family, so I'm gonna be like, bitches, take some food. But I'll eat some of it anyway. So, but anyway, I'm gonna move this back here so that I'm not bent down, because honey, it's a foreign feeling being bent down for that long and ain't shit happening. There I go again. So, I just wanted to, I thought when I was on the train, I was like, okay, I should do a YouTube video on this, because I really do think it's quite wonderful that they provide this. I know I've done videos not too long ago about like the New York City food delivery, where I stopped doing that, but I don't even know if they still do that, but that was kind of neat too, because it was a way of like saving money and like not going out because of the pandemics. It was a way of like, trying to stay away from people. So, I think that New York City, I don't know if other cities or other states do this, but, good thing about living in New York City is that you do have these different options of being helped out. So whether it was like the grab and go that I think they still might be doing, where you could like go to your local school 5 days a week and get like breakfast and lunch, that helps out, or like the New York City food delivery, which I did also, but I don't anymore. And this thing with GMHC, once a month I get to do this, and if it works, fits in my schedule to do it, great. I try to make it happen, but sometimes now that things are starting to pick up a little, sometimes you can't make everything fit into your schedule. But I'm glad I did it, and I'm glad that I got to share this with you guys. I wanted to be like completely raw and bare and honest with everything, like I always am. And that's why, I looked at myself and I was like, shit, like normally when I go to shoot a video, I like to make sure that I shave, put on a little powder, make sure the hair is done. Well, I did shower, this morning before I went into Manhattan, and but I didn't shave. And then when I thought about doing this video, I thought, I should jump in the shower and like, doll myself up. But then I was like, no, you know what? These days, this is what I look like when I don't go through the whole process of like, making an effort to like look good, because I know I'm going to go in front of the camera. So this is what you get, bitches. If I don't look as done up or as coiffed as I normally would, well, girl, you can't be every second. And I just thought that's how I'm feeling today. And that's what I wanted this video to show, since I'm putting it all out there. So, all right, guys, anyone who is living with HIV and is a member of GMHC, you should know that they do this once a month. I get the text messages and emails from them, like letting me know that it's happening. Maybe if you don't, you can contact them and ask to like be put on the list, assuming that you care about getting this stuff. Like I said, every little bit helps. And if you're on a budget, which a lot of people are, including myself these days, then any little bit helps. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for being here with me and for indulging me. And isn't it great? We're back where we started. Of course, I'm going to shoot a few more videos today, but then it's going to be like back in the living room. I'm even going to shoot a few in my bedroom, because I have a couple of topics that would make sense in there. And then I'm going to do another one later on today or tomorrow that's going to be back in the kitchen, because there's a whole other thing that I'm going to do that requires me to be in the kitchen. So it's kind of fun to like, use all the different rooms in my apartment, and of course to share it with you guys. So thanks so much for being here. Stay safe, stay healthy. It's fall, summer seems like it's kind of over, and I'm glad that the heat waves are over, but I'm like, shit, because after the fall comes the winter, and that's the thing that I hate the most. Okay, thanks for being here with me. Love you. Bye.